And it's time for our last race of the evening at the Trials of Miles. It's not a mile we're going to finish with, but a 5,000 instead. And concluding our race here, we have, if everybody has indeed showed up, 29 participants. And our favorite is Abby Wheeler, to be sure. She is the second from the left. Yasmin Wright, who finished very fast herself in the women's 1,500 meters, is going to do some pace setting, but that wasn't too long ago that she ran the 1,500. So how long she can stay in there as a pace setter is to be questioned, certainly. That's Yasmin right there at the front. Bongo drums sending a nice rhythm here for our athletes. 28 is Abby Wheeler from the BAA and our prohibitive favorite. Abby Wheeler's 25 years old. Her best in the 5,000 is Swift 1540.67, but that was back in 2019. 10,000 best 32:53.50. That was 2022. This season, Abby Wheeler has been busy. She ran a 15:42.20 indoors on that fast BU track in February, and she ran that 32:57 at the 10 in the 10,000 in Palo Alto. And she's tucking in right behind Yasmin Wright. Abby went to Providence. '12th in the NCAAs in the 10,000 and 21, and she won the Big East that year. 5th NCAA indoor 5,000 in 2021. Won the Big East 3,000 and 5,000 in the very last meet before all heck broke loose with the COVID virus. And they go single file. Number 27 there, right there on the shoulder, is Grace Moore from the Leonia Track Club. That's the young lady in third, 2 behind our pacer. And also in the mix, Elena Hayday of the Georgetown Running Club. Coming through 1,000 meters in about 3:05. Which puts them right on 15:30 pace. Now, the Olympic Trials qualifier, the B qualifier, is 15:45. Abby already has that. The Olympic Trials A qualifier is a little bit too fast for what we're running here. 15:10 is that number. By the way, the qualifying standards for most events, July 1, 2023 to June 9th, 2024. For the 10,000 and combined events, it was December 31st, 2022. Yasmin Wright doing a nice job pace setting for Abby Wheeler. And Wheeler really dialed in. But I can tell you that Abby Wheeler is slowing down a bit, and Grace Moore is speeding up a bit, and as a consequence, we have a little bit of a race here as we meander through this 5,000. Yasmin Wright still pace setting way out front, but Abby Wheeler has hit a bad patch here, and now it is really tightened up between her and Grace Moore, and in fact, Grace Moore going into the lead. And it's a bit of a surprise, and kind of a bizarre turn of events. Grace Moore, by the way, just a little profile on her. She's 25 years old. And her 5K best was set here at Icahn Stadium, 15:30.98 in 2022. This season, Grace has run 15:51.37. That was at the Penn Relays last week, and something that she should probably shatter. She also went to Orlando and ran the Olympic Trials Marathon and finished in 2:36.23 as Yasmin Wright steps off the track. And Abby Wheeler has really fallen off the back of the turnip truck here. And kind of a big surprise. So Grace Moore's starting to open up a little bit. Grace Moore really kind of making an improvement from last week. She ran that 15:51 at Penn. Grace Moore went to Temple, graduated there in 2021, third at the American Athletic Conference Outdoor Track Championships in 2021 in the 5,000, second in the 1,500, so she has some leg speed. But seems to have really kind of developed here as a post-collegian. And also in the mix up at the front there, and boy, oh boy, Abby Wheeler just really having problems. In the mix up at the front is Lauren White of the Georgetown Track Club. She's 23 hip number. And also up there, Elena Hayday. Elena Hayday, Anna Oser. Got a very competitive race here. All four of them close together. Hayday, Oser, Lauren White, and Grace Moore coming up with 3 laps to go. And now Oser moves into second, taking dead aim at Grace Moore. White and Hayday, the Georgetown Running Club teammates, they're in third and fourth. Moore's a 4:20, 1,500 meter runner. At least she was in college. That's some pretty good wheels. Moore and Oser. Oser looks pretty good there. And then Hayday and White. Although White's grasp in that front pack is becoming tenuous. We're up now to 2 laps to go. 13:16 with 800 to go. So we could see something really in the neighborhood here of 15:35, 15:36. And we could get ourselves a bevy of Olympic trial qualifiers out of this race potentially. At least 3 that can dip under that 15:45. And now Oser goes to the front. The Olympic Trials B standard looks capable of being bludgeoned here by these 3. Oser, 24 years old. Her lifetime best, 15:42.77. She did that at the Sharon Danville Conyer Indoors in Boston on that BU track. She has a 33:14 10K personal best. And now we got 1 lap to go. Again, we're looking for 15:45. And that's certainly within the realm of these three to get that Olympic trial qualifying standard. And Grace Moore goes to the wheels yet again here. Moore just ran 15:51 last week at Penn Relays. And she's coming up to 200 to go. And what a time for traffic to be involved here. And Heyday moving up on Oser's shoulder. Wow, we got ourselves a race. Apropos for what's been a terrific meet. Here goes Oser. Oser, and there's traffic in front as they come into the home straight. Oser going to the arms. Oser goes around the traffic. Can Moore respond? Oser has that Olympic trial Q standard in her sights. Moore and Heyday should also potentially get that. 15:45 is what they're looking for. Can they do it? And we got what looks to be one under the standard. Oser, 15:44.09, and two under the standard. Heyday, and what a heyday for her, 15:44.91, made it by 900ths of a second. And then it would be Moore, 15:47.02, although it's incorrectly labeled as Laurel Fisher, but it is Moore who finishes third in 15:47.02, and a shocking finish there for Abby Wheeler, who just lost the plot of that race early on. So, this is what makes track and field so great. That was one heck of a finish and one heck of a performance by all three of those young ladies. And Lauren White just missed at 15:48.59. Boy, that was some fine racing by these young ladies at the end there. You know, the great thing about running these races is not only do you get to compete against yourself, but, you know, kind of week in and week out, you get to see a lot of the same people that you race, and you establish these friendships.